Okay, so I don't know how this is gonna work, but we're just gonna roll with it and we're just gonna hope for the best.
Yeah.
So hold on. Give me just a second. All right. Yes. Okay. So, okay, everyone. So sorry about that. I don't know what in the world was going on. I don't know what in the world was going on. So, okay. Can you guys just at least let me know in the chat that you can hear me or whatever? Let's see. I'm trying. I hate doing this from the phone. I don't even. What did I do to myself? Okay, whatever. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay, cool. So everybody can hear me. Okay, great. It says it's recording. How this is gonna save to my phone, don't even know. My phone ain't even got that much memory, but whatever. Hopefully it'll save on the computer. That does not want to do the microphone today. So, um, super excited to get on here and talk to you guys about just like things that are coming up and like spring and summer and how to work your business in the spring and summer. Because if you've been with us for at least a year, so you have been through last spring summer catalog and the fall winter catalog, you know that there's a big difference between spring, summer, and fall winter. You get to learn like what your people really enjoy in the spring, like whether they're spring people or they're fall people, like, and that's really just what it is. um and so I thought, like, we tend to slow down a lot in the spring and summer, and one of the biggest reasons is mainly because there's so much going on in the spring and summer. Like, kids are in sports, vacation because it's warm outside. People are like gardening, they're just being outside because you spent all fall and winter inside. So it's just a matter of things are just different in the spring summer because you're outside. In the fall winter you're not, because you're, fall winter you're like inside because it's cold, or you're visiting because it's the holiday. So it's like, it really is a timing thing. So I wanted to talk with you guys very briefly just about how you can work your business in the spring and summer, and how I work my business in the spring and summer, and how I plan on doing that. So that way, I notice around like summertime, I start to like fall away. And my business suffers very greatly for that. And I have to figure out in August and September how to pick it back up. When I should have just kept going through the summer when it was busy, like in my personal life and stuff. So this year I'm trying to swing it a different way and not have to do it the way that I have these past couple of years. So oh, that's right, we're doing this on my phone. So whatever, my notes are my phone, but it's fine. So I just wanted to talk to you guys super quickly just about something like quick and easy that I do. So a lot of people, as I've said this like a broken record, and you guys have heard this a lot too, most of us in here are what I like to call COVID babies. Um, we joined in the middle of COVID or right at the beginning. Like, I joined literally the month after. So all I knew and know for the most part is how to work my business online, because that's all I could do. But we are, last year we really started to come out of the like strictly staying online and like getting more face to face, person to person, because after all, it's hard to build this business um when people can't, like, they can't smell stuff through the computer, right? And it's expensive. I mean, let's just be honest, it's expensive to mail stuff. It's just so much easier to put the gas in your car, drive to their house, and let them smell the testers, or invite them over, or like get just a small group of friends over. You don't even have to call it a party, right? Like, literally just being, it's relation based, it's relationship based, it's building relationships. And if you talk to people who have been in the business for a while, and even people who were in the business before 2020, they will tell you that they did not build their business on social media. the way that they built it was in-home parties or events, because that's where they found people to do in-home parties for them, right? So, that's what we need to get back to. But I know that sometimes, like, just because I understand, like, like, I have anxiety, so I get it. And I understand, like, we all want to jump in and like do stuff. We get super excited when we hear about doing an in-home party, or we do an in-home party, like, oh my god, it was so much fun, I want to do it again, right? That's how I am. The first time I ever did an in-home party, I was like, bye to online parties. I am done. We're done. They take up too much of my damn time. I'm done, right? So, like, I love doing in-home parties, but it's just getting the person to do the in-home party for you. And so really what that boils down to is building a relationship with them, because when you have a relationship with someone, it's just a lot easier to be like, hey girl, like, let me come over on Saturday and like tell such and such and such and such that I know you're friends with to come over too, right? It's easier to do that than to say to do a party. So we need to get back to building relationships, like intentional, real relationships with people. So, I just kind of, I think I asked Kesley last night, if she could show like, her bag party. Not yet though, like, but you still got it right. Okay. So I asked Kesley if she could show like her bag party, because she actually does a lot of bag parties. And something that I wanted to show you guys that I keep in my car, in the spring, summer, fall, winter, whatever, I just switch it out as I need to, is I keep this little wheel. It's got chocolate in it right now too, but I keep this little pouch in my car. So I switched the pouch out because like it's like a purse. I get tired of looking at the same one. So I keep this pouch in my car, right? So obviously it is like starting to get a little bit warmer. So I starting to bring it inside with me. But I keep this in here because like I know that I'm gonna be on the go a lot. Especially in the spring and summer, especially like when the kids get home, like we're gonna be like going to the park and doing things that don't involve being at home all the time. Drive me crazy. So I have this little system here that I wanted to show you guys because it's super simple, and I think that it will really help you like get your name out there, get to get your name out there. Like, don't just be handing this stuff out to anybody because it ain't cheap, right? So I keep, and I don't keep like a lot of stuff in there, just in case I like lose it, because that's a good possibility too. So I keep scent circles in here, and they obviously have like my contact information on them. So I keep scent circles in here. I keep only 2 catalogs, and I really only do this for like old people. Just throwing that out there. Because they're just so used to like Mary Kay and Avon, right? So they're just used to catalogs. So that's why I keep like at least 2 in there. But I do have product sheets in here. And all of this stuff is labeled with all of my information on it, right? Because I'm not going to go through the Starbucks drive-through and really and like be talking to someone and be engaged in a conversation and just hand them something. And like that doesn't even have my information on it, right? So there's that, and then I do like, okay, I'm not gonna like go through the drive-through and be like hand somebody an order form and be like, hey, remember the last time I was here? Like I would never do that. But I do keep order forms just in case, like I am at like, somewhere talking to someone, and I don't know, the conversation just really keeps going and going and going, and you know what I mean? Like I just keep them on hand just in case. So I keep those. And if you don't have order forms and you don't use order forms, that's fine. I typically do it at first for people that I don't really know or I'm building a relationship with if they order with me like in person. So I think it just kind of builds like a trust with them. And so like I use them at first. So if you don't have order forms, like they do have them at I think like Dollar Tree or Dollar General. So there's that. And then I keep like just a couple of sticker sheets in here, and I switch out. I only keep 2 because I try to get rid of my scent of the month flyers like quickly, but I keep 2 in here, just just to have those. So those two, and then the reason I say that I bring this in is because I also the little bag. I know not everybody was at World Tour, but the little bag that we got that had the testers in it, I keep those in here too, because these are the new scents. So I mean, like if I am like at the park, I don't know, and I just somehow start talking about Scentsy with someone, I have this in my bag. I'm like, here, girl, smell these. They smell good. So that was something that I wanted to show you guys, because as spring and summer, makes its debut, because I guess it's not gonna be cold no more. I really don't know. But as spring and summer starts to roll around, you are gonna find yourself out and about more, right? And so it's being intentional about, like, I know a lot of us, we don't live in like big cities, and so it's easier for us to build those connections like in smaller towns, because we know that there's a good chance we're going to most likely see them again, right? And so that's why I'm trying to make it a point to be very intentional about like building relationships this summer. Because if you guys have noticed a trend, um, and like I said, it's in all seriousness. If you've noticed a trend, the people that you build a relationship with in the spring and summer are typically the people in the fall and winter that will party with you. And they usually end up having really, really good parties, or they end up joining. The people that joined with me this past fall and winter were people that I built relationships with. So most of them were new customers for me in the spring and summer, but I just kept building that relationship with them, so that when fall winter rolled around, they ended up wanting to join because I had spent that time building a relationship and presented that opportunity to them. So that, and then the other thing I know I put in my notes on my phone was, a lot of people, like I said, they're not going to be at home. And this also comes with like uh oh my god, what is it called? Whatever. It's like a marketing thing. So most people are not at home. So let's be real. They don't care about their wax and warmers because they're not at home. They don't care what their house smells like because they're probably not at home. However, and most people are not going to unplug their warmer and take it to the beach house, right? But if they know that they have something simple that they can take with them on vacation, like a Scentsy Go or an air purifier or the mini fans, anything that takes pods, anything that's like super quick and fast that they can just like throw in the bag and take with them on the go, they're going to be more like they're going to be more prone to ordering those things. So in the spring and summer, yes, obviously, I do still sell wax and warmers, but I will say that my sales for pods and anything that takes pods, like wall fan, mini fans, all the things that take pods, I sell more of those in the spring and summer because people are taking them with them. So it's also being like intentional in spring and summer about what you are talking about. Even when you're in parties, one of the biggest things that I sell a lot of in parties are mini fans and pods, because they're just so, you can take them anywhere, you can plug them in anywhere. And I sell a lot of those at parties, and I sell a lot of them in the spring and summer as well to new customers that I got in the fall winter. It goes hand in hand. So those were just a few things that I wanted to like talk about whenever it comes to spring and summer, and how to be intentional about working your business in the spring and summer. Kesley, do you have your little bag, party? And then can you just explain how you book out your bag party to people? But you gotta unmute yourself. Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, this is my bag. I probably shouldn't have my blur thing on. Let me see if I can get my my blur thing off here. Oh, okay. I guess not. Oh, there we go. Okay. So Oh gosh. Okay, so here's my bag right here. Amber had actually posted this a year or so ago, and I was like, I need that bag. And then that's when I got introduced to bag parties. So I should have kept that one piece of paper. But for bag parties, what I do is I include some people do it differently, but please just do it however you want to. The bag parties, I include all of the best sellers from the spring summer catalog or whatever catalog we're working from. And then I also do obviously the 10 new scents. And this time I didn't do too much with them. They're just on the bottom of the bag right here. Because this one was just returned to me last week, so I haven't really had time to make it look pretty. But what I do is I actually laminate these cards right here, and it shows what your rewards are if you are to party with me. And I actually put my own stuff here that I actually like to get, instead of like what the catalog used to have. But I don't know if you guys can see all of that stuff right there. And then it also has like what you can get for whatever your party reaches. And then on the back side of that one, I have our world tour picture that was just taken. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm using you guys for my thing. So I didn't ask your permission, but I figured you guys wouldn't mind. But it also says, ever thought of doing what I do? Everyone is welcome here. Ask me how to apply your host rewards to a starter kit. And you can get 0 out of pocket if you wanted to. And then I put the reasons why: make new friends, discounts, get paid on your own orders, work how, when, and where you want, join the fun. You never know unless you try. And then I have the little QR code for scan for more info. And then I have another one. It's the bundle and save, just straight out from the catalog. And so it has, you know, the best options to choose from to save and get the best items for your money. So I've got that on there too. It's double-sided and laminated. I also have a counter clean in here. It's about yay full. Don't ever put in a full counter clean, because these people, you love them, but they will clean everything and they'll return this with nothing. And then they've just gotten a $10 bottle of counter clean for free, because that's what it is. I've also put on here, I wrote this just handwritten. I put use me, but return. So that way they know, oh, okay, I can't use this whole bottle. The next thing that I have is a old warmer. It's actually just the mini Hoot mini warmer. It needs to be cleaned, but there it is. I also include, now let me start this back over. I actually have 2 bags. I have a mini bag and then I have a full size bag. The mini bag literally just has the 10 new scents, a mini fan diffuser, and some pods, and then like the same paperwork that I have. So like I said, this one has the warmer, the counter clean. It also has the scent of the month wax bar in here. It also has a mini fan diffuser with the cord, and it also has a pod. And again, I put try me, just return me, but I've labeled everything though. Okay. And this one that I have in here, I tried to do this one as a very neutral scent, so that, because we all know pods can be very, very strong depending. So I just did aloe, water, and cucumber. Everyone loves that one. That's just a hands down. What's crazy is I was going to put Luna in here, and my mom's like, I don't like Luna. I'm like, what in the world? You don't like Luna? So then I'm like, well, let me find one that most people do like: aloe, water, and cucumber. I also throw in a scent circle. Normally what I do with the scent circle though, is I take it out of the bag and I tie it right here on the strap. So when they get it, the first thing they smell is the scent circle. And they're like, oh my gosh, let me open this bag. The next things that I have in here are, like Amber said, product sheets. I've got 2 of them. I also put a catalog in here as well. Then usually what I do is I also put a little hostess packet in here, which has a catalog for them to take. I normally give them a scent of the month wax bar because, you know, you've got 8 of them, get rid of them. 7, excuse me, I have 7 now. And then I also give them just some little tchotchkes. Like I've got them a little Scentsy bracelet here from the I about said consignment store, from the consultant store. I've got a washer whiff sample for them to take. This lady did not take it with her. So I'm going to save it for the next one because it's just clothesline washer whiffs. That's what I had. So that's what I made my sample out of. As Amber said before, same thing. The scent stickers. I also included a little slip for me. I borrowed it from Amber. It just says my spring and favorites, the 6 that I have, the spotlight catalog item, some of my favorites, stuff like that. And then of course, don't look at that one. That's an old one. It had the scent of the month brochure. I still have this one in here because I'm going to take this bag with me on Saturday to my event because it's a bunch of college kids and I'm wanting this gone. However, I will say this. Make sure you either trust your people to take this off because this is the money, you know? So either trust them or make sure you know where they live. Make sure anything that's in here, if you don't want it to be stolen, don't put a lot of stuff in here. And I'm not saying that it's going to get stolen, but this is also where you should know your customers. If you don't trust them to take this, then you shouldn't be letting them have this. Okay. Unless you're shipping it to them saying, here, take all of this stuff. I have a girl in July. She's going to start and I'm going to send her one of these bags, but this is going to be everything for her to keep because I want her to start her business. And then let me see what else I have. Oh, and I also have our new formulated room spray too in the bamboo and rainfall. And then I've also included a cotton cleanup and at the very bottom, my business cards. Okay. And then, like I said, the sensor or the testers in here, it doesn't look that much. Like there's really not that much. There's probably about 20 in here. That's it. So I don't put a lot of them in there because really, do you want your customers to sit there and cipher through what 80 testers? No, they'll get overwhelmed and they won't purchase anything. Because if they're like me, I'm very indecisive. It's hard for me to choose what I want for dinner. Let's be serious. And these all scents smell amazing. But that's all that I have in my bag. I also do for whoever's party it is, should have saved it because I literally just threw it away. I do another laminated piece of paper, just like this, another laminated piece of paper, and I put, what do I put? I say, this is Carrie's bag, borrow bag. This is her link to shop, you know. Even another person to follow is Morgan McGee. This is where I get most of my stuff from. She's also stopped putting the person's name on there and she's just puts a link, like a Linktree link, and just says, please choose who you're shopping from. So if you have like 5 parties, they'll just choose, oh, that's Carrie's bag. Oh, that's, you know, Tabitha's bag. Oh, that's Casey's bag. That's who I need to order from. But that also goes with host coaching, a big thing of host coaching. So what I'm going to try to do, like Amber asked me, is how do I get these booked? Well, I post about it in my stories. I post about it on Facebook, but then I also message them. Like I messaged a girl just 2 days ago because she wanted some more travel twists. I said, hey, do you want to just take my borrow bag and you can get some free and half off travel twists if you want? Of course, she said no. Guess what? You're going to get no's. That's fine. But I also, like I said, I sent one back last year and we had a $400 party. She did not mind paying the shipping for it though. I will say that, but we discussed that up front. Another thing, if you do events, take that bag with you, put a sign up front and say, would you like to do something like this? A bag party. Who knows? They might say yes, they might say no. But if they say no, now you can figure out, oh, she was interested in it. So let me start building a relationship with her. And then you can build that relationship, get comfortable with her, and then go from there. But yeah, I'm super excited about my event on Saturday. And I've also included a big one too. I'm excited about my event on Saturday because it's all college students. And we all know college students are broke. So I'm going to go, and they stink. That's just how it is. They stink. The dorm rooms are nasty. But that's what I'm going to try to focus on. Scent circles, mini fan diffusers, pods, and then any kind of cleaning stuff. So, but if you have questions, you guys reach out to the team page. I'd love to help you. Sabrina, this would be really good, like we talked about, for you. Take with you. All right, I'm done being a teacher now.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And bag parties, like, I think if anybody like on our team like is like good at I like getting bag parties, it would be you. Because I just suck at it. But something I was gonna say about the bag parties, because I just wanted to kind of say that Kesley said that she shipped off a bag party to someone. I also have done that before too. And just make sure that you let them know up front that you're gonna pay. I pay for the shipping there and back. But I just let them know, like, hey, if you want to, I'll ship it to you. And then just let me know when you're ready for it to come back. And I will pay for the shipping, and I'll just email you the label. You just have to be responsible to, like, you're responsible for dropping it off, but I will pay for the label for it to come back. And I mean, I've never had anyone steal my bag party before. I feel like I was really fine. I have your address. I feel like I would just drive to your house and go pick my stuff up, if I'm being completely honest. Like I would not be happy. But I will say that if you are at an event, definitely always have a bag party available with like a sign in front of it that says like "take me home" or something like that, because they're gonna ask like, okay, what does this mean? Like, does this come home with me? Like, is it mine? And you get to explain like, oh no, so this is like what it is. You get their address right then and there. So again, you know where they live. So like, we'll give you this amount of time, and you can just, here's my number, and you get just it's really making sure you exchange information too, especially like if you don't know them, just making sure you're exchanging information with them. Like if they're giving you a phone number, you're texting them right on the spot to make sure that's their actual phone number. So that way you are not giving your bag party away at an event to someone that you don't know and you cannot get in touch with. Because I can promise you one thing, sis, if you steal my stuff, I'm coming to your house to pick it up. And that's what I said. So I think that was the only thing I was going to say about that. Just to kind of like piggyback off of it. All the forms that you have in your bag, can you post those in the team page? I know I've seen them before. I'm pretty sure Chloe shared them before, but I don't know where. I'm not digging for those. So if you don't mind, can you post those in the team page so that we can kind of like edit them or whatever to make them our own? Please. Thank you, ma'am. Also, going to try to do, get back to doing monthly Zooms. Those are hard for me to commit to, as y'all can see. And it's just really because like, I don't like talking to myself now. It gets lonely. So, but I also know I can't cater to everybody's schedule either. Because that's just not feasible, and I'm not gonna stress myself out about that. But as long as you guys go back and watch the recording, that's fine too. But before we get off here, does anyone have any questions about like, like how to, like what I talked about, or anything that Kesley talked about real quickly before we jump off of y'all? What do you need help with? You talk about Canva.
If I can speak for a moment. Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I feel like it's my downfall. I mean, yeah, I can handwrite stuff and that works for my events, but
Yeah.
does not work. Which you gave me a bag, and that's why I haven't done a bag party. I already know that I need to revamp myself, my new name, and all the things. I got it changed on my website finally, and
Mhm.
you know, um, I need to revamp myself marketing wise
Yeah.
and reprint all my stuff because, like, I have samples, and this is so sad in my old name that needs to be taken off. And they're still good samples, but I need to change it into my new name because I
Can you
mean,
not? Can you just like put a label over it? That's what I would
yeah,
do. I just,
because I mean, I went through 3 names in a few couple of years here, so that's got to be confusing. I mean, even though my picture's there, you just
right.
think about people and like, is she a Stewart, a Schenkel, a Smith? Who is she?
Well,
I
let's
just
say I'll start with S. It's fine.
I ain't changing no more. It's what it is. If whatever I don't care. It's going to remain a Smith. Okay,
Right.
here is what's going to be.
Right.
And QR code, and I need to revamp my business cards because all my printed cards are bad now, and I have an event this weekend in
Mhm.
which I'm prepared for handwritten, but it's just I don't know, and I know we're not relying upon everything pretty, but that's just who I am, I guess.
Oh no, and I
Yeah,
mean, I get it. And if
yeah,
you want to, sometime in May, yeah, May. Sometime in May, if you want, I can try to show you if I need to like come to you or you come to me and I need to show you like just the simple things about Canva, like not all the crazy stuff, like
I've
just
ex-
let me know.
and I get to the end, and I'm like, what do I do now? Like, I don't know where to go from the end.
I hate Canva. That's why I steal everybody's stuff because I hate it. Like I do not have the patience to go through and do everything. So that's why when Chloe sends stuff and she's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "I think it's great. Can you send me the link so I can make it my own?" Like, I'm not making this again.
Once I get to with someone, but until then, I'm doubly as
Yeah.
all the things technology, and I'm in IT. This is very sad, but yeah,
No, it's fine because Canva is a lot to learn and it can be really overwhelming too. Like when you find out like the basics of Canva, then you realize that a lot of that stuff you really don't even use anyway. I really the only thing that I think I use for the most part is the QR code creator. And once you figure out kind of like your branding as far as like what like the font that you like, the font that you think sticks out the most, like this most like you just end up using that same font for everything anyway. And so like the only thing I still have problems and want to punch my computer screen about is like the sizing.
yeah.
But sometimes I just try to go find someone else who's already sized down like the document the way that I want it. So that way I don't have to stress myself out about it. But like Casey's really good um with Canva. Emily's really good with Canva too. She's a teacher and I think she uses Canva a lot like for her classroom and stuff. Um, so when they were like, "Oh, I made a Canva," thank you, because I'm not.
Yeah, I just definitely feel that holds me back from my step up, and that's where I
Yeah,
want.
yeah. Well, if you want to, just message me and let me know like some days and times that like work best for you. Um, we can do that, and then I can just kind of show you the simple stuff, so that way, because like the thing with Canva is like I don't think you can really mess up a Canva because they have an undo button. So like, so I just started clicking stuff. So like I can undo it. So it's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
more of a hands-on, but I am a watcher too. Like, I just know who
yeah.
I'm.
Yeah. No, that's totally fine. So yeah, if you want to do that, we can figure something out, and then I can just kind of help you with that, and we'll go from there.
You.
So yeah, of course. Um, so if does anybody else have any other questions I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording because, yeah. How do I stop it? Oh my gosh.